everybody. I am in Canada right now. It is just before 8 a.m. on a Sunday, and I will be going on a 10-mile run this morning. So I thought it would be kind of fun to show you what I do to get ready, the things that I like to use on my run. I always make sure that I have my running clothes set out so that I don't have to think about what I'm gonna wear. During the week, that's when I basically do all of my weight training. That's when I go to the gym. And Sundays for me are kind of my favorite day just to do more cardio, long distance running, and kind of give myself a break from like the weightlifting and the gymnastics stuff. So Sundays are typically my long distance running day. Usually I do 9 or 10 miles. This is kind of basically what I do to get ready. So the first thing I do, I get out of bed, I put on my running clothes, and I drink an entire water bottle. I brush my teeth, splash my face with cold water just to wake myself up a little bit. I put on moisturizer, eye cream, and the most important thing that I put on my face is SPF. I use this one, which is Derma E. It is an all-sport performance face sunscreen. I make sure that it's either water resistant or waterproof, something like that, because as you're running and as you're sweating, you want to make sure your face is still protected. I'm not a very fast runner. I just run because I do enjoy it. It's kind of like a little bit of therapy for me. I love throwing on a podcast and kind of listening to stories while I'm running just to pass the time. And for me, it's a way that I kind of think about stuff and work things out in my head. And so for anyone who's just getting started, I think it's just really exciting that you're ready to try. Whatever works for you. I know in the beginning when I first started running, my shins were killing me. Certain parts of my body just weren't sitting right with it. I also made sure I eventually got good orthotics for my shoes because I do have flat feet. Wherever you are on your journey, this is exciting, congrats. And this is just what I do. This is a part of my journey. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do or it's the way you have to do it. It's just what I'm used to doing, and I thought it'd be fun to share it with you. So for the last couple of years, I have been doing intermittent fasting. So I don't like to eat anything before my run. What I normally do is I just have a little bit of black coffee with stevia in it, just to kind of wake my body up a little bit. The night before is when I get the coffee maker ready. I kind of set up everything, and that way in the morning, I just have to turn it on and then my coffee's ready. Let's go. Okay, coffee's ready to go. So while I'm having my coffee, I'm gonna just show you everything that I use on my run. As I mentioned earlier, podcast is what I like to listen to just because I feel like it's kind of distracting. It passes the time by really fast. So I always make sure either the night before, like while I'm drinking my coffee, I set up what podcast I'm gonna listen to just so that I'm not really thinking about it when I'm already running. Next thing, very important, I know I put sunscreen on my face, and I always make sure that I have good sunscreen for my body. This one is Alba Botanical. It's a cool sport sunscreen, SPF 50, and again, it is sweat and water resistant, which is very important when you are running outside because you're just gonna sweat it off if you don't buy something that's either water resistant. I always make sure I put it on like while I'm having my coffee, because if you put it on like right before you run, it hasn't sunken in yet. So I spray my entire body, sunscreen every inch, because when you are doing a lot of running, you know, you spend a lot of time outside, so making sure that your body is protected is super important. Next thing, very important, even on days when it's not sunny out, I always wear a hat or a visor. Today I'm gonna wear a visor just because my hair is up in a little bun. This visor I just got on Amazon, and what's really cool about it, it is for like sport stuff, so you can tighten it. This is crazy. So my favorite thing about this visor is, and I look like a total dork, but I do not care, the sides go out to give yourself more face protection. So I am completely obsessed. I know I look like a lunatic, but I don't care because I just want to make sure my face is protected. I'll be putting those down while I'm running. Next thing is I always have a fanny pack. This fanny pack that I've been using for a while is the Lululemon fanny pack. I know there are like super proper running ones. I just like this one because sometimes after running, I can kind of use this while I'm still in my clothes and like run some other errands. I also wear this to the gym. And in here, I just have like SPF lip balm. I have my AirPods. I do have a mask that I carry with me just in case I'm in the city and I have to like go to the bathroom or something and I need to run inside. And then I put my phone in here as well. So that's it for the fanny pack. Last thing is my shoes. I use Newton running shoes. Running shoes, everyone has a different preference. I've tried a bunch of different ones. I've had Nikes, but this is probably like my 15th pair of these exact same shoes. Sometimes I'll change up the color. I usually change up my shoes like every 4 months. Basically when the bottom really starts to get worn down is when I'll change them. The only modification I've made to these running shoes is the orthotics. I was having some knee issues because I do kind of have flat feet, and I went to a doctor, and the doctor basically said because my feet are flat, my knees kind of go in a little, and that's what causes the knee pain when I'm doing a lot of running. So they recommended orthotics. They did say I could make custom ones, but he recommended that I try just basic New Balance ones to see if those fix the issue, because they're way cheaper and they're easier to get and replace. So I ordered them on Amazon and they have fixed my knees. So I don't really get the knee issues I was getting before. So I basically just take out the Newton insoles, I put in these New Balance ones, and that's pretty much it. A lot of people when they're doing long distance running, they'll carry water packs on them. They'll carry like some chews or something just in case they get low energy. I did run the LA Marathon like 2 years ago, and I did take those chews with me, which for me, the marathon was like just over 26 miles, and I kind of needed that energy. But on a day like today, on like a 10-mile day, I don't really need anything. Some people do, and that's totally fine. This is just my processes and what I do. I also don't bring water with me. I know a lot of people that do, and that's fine. I chug an entire bottle of water before, and that usually is enough to hydrate me through my run. But again, this is just what I do. I have a lot of friends that have a bunch of different tools that they use in their toolbox, and that works for them, and that is super great. For me, this is what I just do. The reason that I do love running so much is because I do travel a lot. Sometimes when I don't have access to a gym, I love that I can kind of just use running as my cheap, easy way to work out. I don't have to work on anyone else's gym schedule. And it's also, when you're in a new city, it's a great way to explore a new place, because when you're on foot, that's when you really get to see all the people and what the culture is like. So when I'm traveling, I really, really love long distance running, because it also makes you explore areas that you often normally wouldn't explore. So I'm gonna throw on my running shoes, and basically I'm gonna be ready to go. Okay, I have everything on, I'm ready to go. All right, you guys, I'm just walking out the door. I have my podcast ready. I'm gonna be listening to a murder mystery. I have my watch. This is the only thing I forgot to mention before. I like to track my miles on my watch. Yeah, all right, let's go. I had to stop and take a look at this pretty scenery. This would be Lake Ontario. I am at mile 4. I had to stop to enjoy this for a second. Okay guys, I am on mile 5. I'm just a little over halfway through. I'm keeping like a 10-minute mile pace, which is like pretty chill for me. I'm not pushing it really hard today. I just kind of want to get it done and enjoy the scenery along the way. All right guys, I am on mile 7, past this sign. Ugh, these always make me happy. My run is complete. 10 miles. It took me about an hour and 40 minutes, which is on average like 10 minutes a mile, which is like a good, for me, it's like a moderate pace. I'm not pushing it, but you know, it's 10 miles, so it's so challenging. So I'm gonna walk for about 5 minutes, and then the moment I get back, I'm gonna go through some stretches just to kind of mobilize, and I'll see you there. 1 minute per side. officially complete. I'm now gonna go shower. I'm gonna go drink a smoothie with some collagen and protein and greens powder, and I'm gonna treat my body well for the rest of the day. I hope you learned something from this video. Maybe it pushed you to want to run an extra mile, or maybe just to get into running or give it a shot. But I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah.